Nashville, Clarksville, Chattanooga, Johnson City. Those are just some of the multiple school districts threatened across Tennessee just today. More than a dozen went on lockdown because of hoax calls. This is News 2 at 4. Thanks for joining us. I'm Haley Wilgus. Tori Gessner explains the impact that this has on a community.
It's a heart-pounding situation. A law enforcement agency gets a call. The person on the other line claims there's an active shooter at a local school. The building goes on lockdown. Police respond in full force. The trauma caused can leave a permanent scar, even when the call turns out to be a hoax.
That's a concern is the lasting effects that it may have on that student once that call comes in.
Mac Hardy has seen it firsthand as a former school resource officer and director of operations for the National Association of SROs. It's called swatting. Today, more than a dozen schools across Tennessee were affected.
We've seen around the country that they appear in clusters.
From Morristown to Columbia, Nashville to Clarksville, and Johnson City. Plus, Kingsport, Chattanooga, and Bristol, to name a few. Hardy says sometimes the voice making the threat isn't even real, but created with artificial intelligence. The swatter's goal is a mystery.
I've often heard, are they, testing our resources, our responses? Is it just to cause trauma or fear to people? And that one may be the most logical reason.
Hardy is certain of one thing. Swatting has a lasting negative impact on everyone involved.
Now you have all these police officers rushing to a scene. They have their lights and sirens going. We have seen in Georgia where an officer was injured going to one of these scenes. So it's a community hazard, and the dangers to the trauma, to the mental health of students and staff is great.
The TBI is working with state and federal partners to determine the source of today's calls. None of the threats have been deemed credible. Haley.
Thank you, Tori.